Segway.
Segway.
This is where
I've
we
got
ride
this, and these are not mine. These are yours. So here's how you can get them. Ask a question. Queue up.
They ask more than one question.
If your question is what color is grass, you're not going to get another one of these. But if you have a really legitimately good question, and keep them brief because we got a lot of people lining up on my board. Okay. But yeah.
Don't keep promises you can't keep.
And let's go.
Right, first of all, I can't believe I beat Triforce for number one. And secondly, what's the weirdest, oddest, or strange place you've ever got a street pass at?
Oh my god, I was just talking about that question would happen. This is honestly the weirdest thing. Here's a big shocker about me. I actually live in New Jersey. I live about like 2 or 4 miles away, but to get to New York only takes like 20 minutes. So I've been next to New York and been commuting in New York City since I was 5. So, you know, that's my whole thing of I love New York. Town's boring to be frank, but I'm in New Jersey, and so I'm on a 3rd floor apartment way up, and I live near the Newark airport. And one day I woke up and went to get my 3DS out of the charger, and the light was glowing green, and I was like, how the heck did I get a pass? Because I'm all the way up here, the rain, you can't reach a car down there. And I realized when I looked at the time of the pass that a plane flew really low overhead. You could like read the side American Airlines, and I was like, no freaking way. I looked into it. It was someone from it was from, I think it was from Trinidad or something like that. I was like, this, wow, I got a street pass from a plane in like sitting on my butt in my own home, and a plane just in street pass. And he's a really good Mario Kart player.
Yeah, you're supposed to turn that off on flight, but
All right, I got the first one. So I have 2 statements and then I have 3 questions.
we don't get 3 PAX.
Okay, the first statement is that the 3DS, because it's just going off what Jordan was saying, the 3DS and how Nintendo first wanted as a family computer with the Famicom has now, you know, because of whole logo and online community being pulled together, it's more like a family community now. So it actually brings together like the online elements of gathering people, but then from a local community perspective, which is the future of gaming. It's always been like that for Nintendo, but the 3DS has given Nintendo a platform to actually be able to execute what their vision has been about. So long live Nintendo on that one. You guys. Now, are you done with your game? Or is it still in development? Is it demo?
Well, it's for all practical purposes done, yeah.
Oh, it's all done?
We're in submission.
Oh, you're in a submission.
Submission process.
If there's any way, could you make a power glove with +10 on it?
I'd love to SpaceX for an idea for just a general StreetPass when your game comes out. And I hope that's a yes, technically feasible, because I think it would be really cool. It might be like one of the new meta things to do, so I think
If you do that, you can use my me, I don't care. I just want to collect the power glove myself on the game, so.
Yeah, we'll have to see maybe the sequel with a power glove.
Okay.
I think that would be a really popular item for sure.
I'm gonna hold you to that because I'm gonna copy and get the first one. So
I'm going to get down to about legal clearance. Everything in the game has to be cleared by legal for the trademark and so forth. So,
And lawyers and everything.
it was like old Mattel me, so patent ran out a long time.
that's older than half of the audience here.
So the statement on that one was, and then my final question, but the statement on that one is that the way you guys described them, Heroes of Ruin, it's literally going to be a portable Diablo, which means you guys are straight. That game's released, it's instantaneous.
It's Diablo combined with Gauntlet with sprinkled on with absolutely awesome. Like, that's my first I'm not sucking up. That's why like all of us in New York are really hyped over for it, because like we're already doing weapons and Kid Icarus and trying to one-up each other. Like one of my own numbers has like *6 range and melee on an angel bow that I think is like 320. And so like that's the type of people who are like, oh, I have to tweak everything. So when they heard that, they're like, 8,000 weapons? I'll try to collect them all. Yeah. I have all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon cards, and I spent $1 billion on that. Let's go.
I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so this is my last one. This is real quick. So, my question to and this is for you in terms of the StreetPass community, in terms of ideas to make it bigger. Outside of, well, you're from DC, so I'm sure somewhere you're planning a million 3DS walk in front of Marshall Monument. You guys ever thought about like doing using like Twitch TV or streams to create StreetPass content like online to further give information and connect the entire world that way, where that there's like a particular show that they can watch or different shows for each of the community leaders, which I have to talk to you about. But yeah, that's questions for you.
There are things that we're looking at to broaden the community and bring the community more together in a type of fashion. And one of the things that you'll see, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, is actually a cartoon series from the guy who has been doing the artwork that you see scrolling up for the logo for StreetPass Network. And so he's got a very interesting crossover idea for how to bring a storyline together that weaves many of the StreetPass groups together. So we'll be testing the waters with that to see what kind of interest there is for that unified presentation. And going from there.
Okay, thank you guys.
One quick thing I just want to add. Sorry.
Okay, so I just have two quick statements and questions. So my name is Goldberg. I represent like Princeton, Philadelphia, and Somerset. So everybody out there, go like Philadelphia, Princeton, and Somerset on Facebook. So
We do have also meetings. So.
Yes, we do. So the two quick statements is, one, if you haven't gone to the video games exhibit in DC, I highly suggest going.
Okay.
My only complaint is the lack of handhelds, but otherwise it's great.
It is fantastic.
And the other statement is that I definitely see Pillars of Ruin being a killer app, but a game I could really see if it was ever going to be on the 3DS that could be a killer app would be Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
Minecraft would be like the best thing in the world because you could like trade weapons via StreetPass and stuff, or items in general. And so look up Minecraft with 3DS and like that too. Everybody do it right after this. And yeah, so my final question is for Jordan. And it is, what other events are you going to have in the future that is less so Nintendo-centric, like Nintendo World? What other venues are you looking for in the future?
Thank you that's actually a really good question. And one of the things that I've been trying to do is simply because of last year, and we had all these mega games, Mario Kart 7, 3D Land, we were constantly at like Nintendo-related events and working directly with Nintendo, and we're still going to work directly with Nintendo. But one of the things I've been trying to do this year is to really utilize all the interesting landmarks and stuff in New York, and not even like landmarks that most people recognize, like the Statue of Liberty, but like really go through and go into Brooklyn and the Bronx and Queens and max stuff out. I remember one of the plans I'm still wanting to do is, I am a huge Luigi Mansion fan. I can't wait for the second one to come out on the 3DS. And we've all decided, because I'm good friends with the guy who works there, is there's a really awesome cemetery that doubles as a park called the Greenwood Cemetery. And there's a lot of famous people like buried there, like all the New York mayors are buried there. The guy who invented the hot dog was buried there. And they have like these little mansion mausoleums and these catacombs and stuff. And I asked, do we want to do a StreetPass thing there? They're like, fantastic. When do we start? So I want to explore like, ooh, this game has this weird thing. How we do stuff.
But wait, when you work with Nintendo, do they contact you to do an event, or you're like, oh, this game's gonna launch, I'm just gonna piggyback off their success and let's just go off that?
No, well, sometimes that happens.
It's kind of a secret sauce thing that we don't want to give out.
Well, I will say this on my end. Nintendo has been absolutely amazingly receptive, at least to me, and I've heard similar things to other groups. Or like, I remember I can talk about this at the E3 party we had. I was coming up with ideas because I simply just wanted to see E3, on the screen. And like, I had them repeat their answers because I couldn't believe all the stuff that were like agreeing to and elaborating on. Like, I was like, maybe we'll have like a cake that has the AR image so you can play games on like a cake, like a small cake. And I was like, I'll get that. And they're like, oh no, we'll get that. What? And I'm like, yeah, we'll do it.
And
And then they're like, are you really? It's like, yeah, we didn't. So another rep was like, we should have something to drip it that. What should we choose? Yeah, let's keep doing that. And we have a new huge 60-inch HD TV that we want to test out. We'll try that. So like, you know, it doesn't hurt if you're a StreetPass group, even if you feel like you live in the middle of nowhere, to like be like, hey, tell America Twitter, I exist, and they actually go out and try to help out when they can. It's pretty amazing.
My question's for the developers of Heroes of Ruin. You have a lot of great StreetPass features, but is your game going to feel lesser without the StreetPass features for people who live in rural areas who are not going to get any StreetPass features at all?
Well, I don't think. I mean, you're going to be missing out on StreetPass, obviously,
yes.
But that's what StreetPass groups are for, right? But I think you'll still get a very full experience even without StreetPass. We have internet play. You can play with people from other countries, voice over IP to talk to people. I think you're going to get a really great experience with the community, even if you're not necessarily right next to the community.
Are you still going to have the weapon feature? Is there going to be like the online weapon feature, or is that going to open up later on, or is that going to be primarily focused on StreetPass?
We don't have, the Traders Network will be inaccessible to you if you don't have StreetPass capabilities, but we do have other features where you can get weapons, like we're going to have daily challenges that go via Spot Pass that you're going to get pretty much once per day for an entire year. So you can get special rewards through that you wouldn't be able to get through even StreetPass. So I don't think you're going to feel like you're completely missing out, but I would definitely encourage you to try and get to a StreetPass group if you can.
Just a question. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi. You know, it's not exactly the same service, but Sony's Nier is obviously inspired kind of by StreetPass. Yeah, boo for Sony. I don't have to be inspired by. Yeah. But is there anything from that service that you've seen that you like or think that might improve somehow on StreetPass? Something that StreetPass might want to try in the future with either a future system or a future update?
Yeah, real quick. One thing, because I just want to dispel that we don't, at least me and our group, we don't hate Sony products. It's just sometimes their marketing is really bizarre. But with Nier, the one thing I really do like about Nier that I've seen is the idea of when you log into your router when it hits, and you see all the people that are locally around your area, and you can click on them and see their profile and add them back. I've heard rumors that might have something like that, but I would love to see with like a future iteration of 3DS that like basically extend the wireless range, so not only can you StreetPass, but see like, you know, oh, this person's like X miles away and they play this game. Would you like to trade friend codes? Like, I think that would be an amazing thing to add, like a new fun person.
One last thing. I'm from rural Missouri, and I had 5 StreetPasses before coming to PAX. I think I'm up to about 300 now. So.
Hi, my question is for Jordan.
I love that shirt. From New York.
I just want to ask, why are you doing your StreetPass events in New York? Will you be integrating other Nintendo-related things as well, such as maybe Kid Icarus card trading or anything like along those lines? That can expand on not just StreetPass, but anything Nintendo.
We try to encourage that. I mean, as a base thing of where all these StreetPass meetups come from, it's me and a couple other people. We sit either on Skype or in a room, and we're like, okay, like for example, I'm 24 years old, going to be 25 later this year. I've been playing video games most of my life. Hey, Kid Icarus is coming out. What would I love to see? Like, that's where everything goes from. Like, what would be fun? Like, what would be fun for like parents to bring their kids to? It would be fun as gamers to see, not just like play some chiptunes and that's gaming enough. You know, we want to see stuff. So even though like StreetPass is a huge function, I try to use StreetPass as a facilitation for people to talk together, to communicate, and basically if they have any extra features like, hey, we're handing out drinks, or we're handing out cards, or we have giant AR cards, just enjoy themselves and really revel in the fact that I'm a gamer and I'm out here interacting with other gamers and I'm proud of it.
I just want to say I got into StreetPass New York at the E3 event, and I can't wait for the next one so I can bring it.
No pressure.
We are now entering the lightning round. We have 5 minutes left before we all have to
really?
vacate. So I'm restricting these guys to one-word answers. No matter the question.
Well, I think mine should have a one-word answer. So I'm always looking for new games, and I'll buy anything Nintendo puts out. But I'm wondering what you guys think the best third-party game that's out now with StreetPass is. What the most exciting StreetPass game, kind of mini game is out there.
And you can't even do the full title, you have to do one word.
So pick a word and I'll know what it is so I can go buy it. Do I get something?
Does Resident Evil have anything?
Yeah.
I will say
Yes.
4.
4.
I've always Street Fighter 4.
Okay.
Next.
Hi. Considering how important Nintendo considers the future of StreetPass to be, and how sort of reliant it seems that you guys are on Twitter and Facebook, do you think you'd like to see more first-party options for putting groups together and things like that in future versions of the software?
Yes. Sidebar, tell Nintendo that when you go visit their booth.
Yes. What kind of things would you like to see in
By the way, we will answer more questions after this one.
Yeah, we can stick around for more robust.
Cool, thanks. Sorry, it's not our choice.
Okay. Hey guys, a franchise that Nintendo for some reason has been hesitant to bring to the 3DS that I think has a lot of potential is Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. They have 2 games and they put nothing wrong with the DS. I love the DS, but I want a Street Pass stuff with Pokemon fans.
Well, they did release Pokemon Rumble.
Make more people buy the 3DS.
Yes. And Rumble Bless is awesome, by the way.
Say again?
Rumble Bless is awesome, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I'll look into that. Thank you.
Dana Leary, Dana with the yellow head.
Yes.
You saved my meeting.
Take that,